Hello everyone, I hope you're well. This is going to be a weekly video. So I used to do these where I just film my week randomly, but I think my life is very boring. So that's why I didn't carry on doing them. But this is the only video I get requested to do. Like there's no demand on the internet for me to do any other kind of videos. No one mentions anything else apart from they're like, oh, I quite enjoyed the weeklies. So maybe that's the only videos people quite enjoyed. I don't think my life is very extravagant, very exotic, but I'm just going to film it. I'm just going to film this week and this is what this video is going to be. So enjoy. First up, need to sort out this absolute rat nest. I have this kind of, oh, not sure. It's, I need to, yeah. I don't really know what to film, so I'm just going to film my Monday life. Here I am curling my hair. This is my bedroom. I haven't done any kind of tour because that would bore you. Got a nice mirror there. There's me looking like a thumb. I've got a bedside table. I can show you what's on my bedside table. Oh, I have this nice lavender thing that I have hanging on my bed. I love lavender pouches. I think they're stunning. I got it from actually, it was like a charity animal shelter fair, ARC in Bristol, which are a great animal rescue charity. I have a box full of junk, like Kinder Egg toys. Just absolute rubbish. I've got some vinegar on my bedside table. You always need that before bed. I was eating chips in bed last night, so the delight I am, the princess I am. Chips in bed. I have my glasses, which the handle came off my glasses, and I went back home to see my parents, and my dad was like, oh, I'll fix the handle for you. And he put the handle of his like sunglasses on it because the handle wouldn't go back on. And he didn't tell me, he just like surprised me. And so when I put my glasses on, I was like, what the hell? But I quite like it. It's a nice little groovy thing. I have a broken hairband because I'm a hoarder. I have a TV remote. I have a glass bottle of water. When we went to Belfast, they had these free in the room. And obviously I snatched them into my bag. And this is pure Irish water, Tipperary, which I thought was nice. I have some, I have a Harry and Meghan mug, which was where you were on here. I just moved it because I need to take it into the kitchen. Harry and Meghan, love it. I absolutely adore Meghan, by the way, in the royal family. I have a bottle of empty cough syrup for chesty coughs. Oh, chesty coughs there. I have travel sickness bands because obviously I need that on my bedside table. And glasses case. So, yeah, and then just wrappers, really. I did some clothes washing yesterday, and here is all the odd socks. I have this basket that I put odd socks in, and now I have loads more odd socks. Where do all the socks actually go? I don't understand. Now this has become a basket for socks in my life. Does anyone else have just an abundance of socks? I have just done my hair, so hopefully it's looking a little less ratty, and the postman knocked and I got 2 books that I'd actually requested for review. So I'll tell you a little bit about review, like requesting, because you could do it, anyone can do it, and then I'll show you the 2 books. So if you, which probably you do, have a booktube channel, or on YouTube you talk about books, or you have a book blog, or you review books on Instagram, if there's a book that a publisher is bringing out in the future or has just brought out that you really want to read, you can just email the publisher and say, hi, can I have a free copy of that book? Can I have a review copy for that book? And they might send the book to you. It's worth a try, I really do feel. And there are so many books that I've been sent for free by publishers that I've slated, that I've been like, I really didn't like it. Doesn't mean because they send it to you for free that you have to give it a positive review. Doesn't mean also if they send it to you for free and they're not giving you any payment for it, that you have to even read it. Like, I wouldn't see the point in not reading it because you've requested it, but if you start reading it and you're like, this isn't for me, you can just DNF it. I don't think you should feel obliged to the publishers that you have to say, oh, I like it and I'm so grateful I got sent it for free, because they are actually getting promotion for free from your channel or your Instagram or wherever you're putting that book. They are getting free publicity of you showing that book and building hype around that book. So yeah, give it a go. I would definitely recommend, if you like review on Instagram even, you can definitely drop them an email. So I saw this book and I thought, oh, I'll drop them an email. And this is a memoir called A Cure for Heartache by Mary Jane Grant. The publisher is Cornett, and it's about a woman. She was in a 25-year marriage, and then her and her husband split, but I have no idea what happened, if he died or whatever happened, and it's about how she kind of found life again, and I thought it sounded really interesting. I love the cover as well. It's really lovely. I then got this book I requested from Hodder and Stoughton, and how you request is you just find out who's the publisher for the book, Hodder and Stoughton, go to their website, click on press, it'll have an email that email. Don't email just like general inquiries, just find their press email and you are press. If you review stuff on YouTube or a blog, like I said, or on Instagram, you are press. They are getting publicity from you reviewing it. So I would recommend. This is A Disturbance by Marianne Kavanagh, and this is about a husband and wife. They've got like a difficult marriage, it sounds, and then they meet this young woman in the neighbourhood and something's going to happen, and I just thought it sounded very intriguing the way it was said to me. But I would definitely recommend, let me just say this now, I feel like reviewing, getting stuff free from publishers is a bit like when you don't know how to do it, you're like, oh my god, it's such an elitist thing that only these people can do. If you review books on any platform, Instagram, Twitter, anything, you are entitled to ask, hi, can I have a book to review? Because it's free publicity for them, so they're probably gonna say yes. Just saying. I'm just in my office because I need to do some work. It's a keyboard, by the way, if you were thinking what the hell is she talking about. Also, I've just typed some random stuff on my computer. Great. Don't you hate that when you, well, maybe you're not as idiotic as me, but when I just like press buttons or I accidentally put my arm on the keyboard, normally when I'm leaning over to like get my coffee, I'll just press a random button and it will do something like flip the screen upside down, and I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do with that now? So I'm gonna do some work and then I'm gonna go to the cinema, which I'm excited for. Hopefully we can go to that if I get my work done for today. I have the song stuck in my head and I can't think where it's from, and it's like, look at me, I will never pass for a perfect bride or a perfect daughter. What is that song from? Is that a Disney song? Is that a musical theatre song? I have no idea. Anyway, I'm gonna do some work and then I'll talk to you. Quick update, I'm currently looking up that song that I just sang to you. I put in, look at me, I will never pass, and then it came up for a perfect bride or a perfect daughter, but it won't say who's done it, so I'm gonna enter. Let's see. It is from Mulan. Oh, I really want to watch Mulan now. I used to love Mulan when I was younger. I used to dress up as Mulan a lot as well, which is probably cultural appropriation nowadays, but I absolutely adored it. And that song that Christina Aguilera did that was like, who is that girl I see staring? Oh, I love Mulan. Mulan the musical would be absolutely amazing. Did you know also Anastasia, which I know it's not a Disney film, but Anastasia the cartoon that's about the Romanovs, it's been turned into a musical. I'm not even joking. This is not a drill. Real life turned into a musical. Can't believe it. Anyway, I really do need to do some work now. It is now 5 o'clock. I finished my work, but I don't think we're going to be able to go to the cinema because the film actually starts at 6 and it's 5 now and my boyfriend's not home. I'm just going to put you, can I put you there in the cupboard? Is that all right? Do you mind? Just pop you there. Also, all this stuff is because my cupboards are full. As you can see, I can't even shut the cupboards. There's not much storage in the flat. I want to see a film called Greta because it's got a French actress in it called, it's like Isabella Hubbard is her name, and everything, or Hubbard, everything I've seen this French actress in has been so good. She's in her 60s now and she's just in fabulous films, and they're normally in French films because she's French, and so I watch them with the English subtitles. But she's in this like big Hollywood film called Greta with Chloe Grace Moretz. It's set in New York, it's an English speaking film. I was like, oh, how interesting. I'll see like what she's like, because her films are a bit more, they're not kind of mainstream films that she's normally in, so I was like, oh, in a mainstream thriller that might be quite interesting. I am just gonna make myself a hot chocolate. This is actually I'm looking ashamedly at a little stash. When I went to Belfast in the hotel room, every morning I would take the stuff that was at the kettle, so the little tea bags and stuff, I would take it, put it in my bag, so they would think we'd use the stuff, so they'd refill it, because I really liked their stuff. So I took this, I don't really like this, for my boyfriend, shortbread biscuits. I don't like shortbread, it makes my mouth really dry. I took a little jam from breakfast, and then the teas are Earl Grey, peppermint, and then this really nice one which is called Irish Breakfast Blend, which I stole as well. And then I stole these hot chocolates which you just add hot water to, and it's so creamy. It's the best hot chocolate that you add hot water to that I've ever had. It's by the brand Ariba. Really great. So this is my last sachet of that, which is sad times. So I'm gonna make myself a hot chocolate and probably just watch some YouTube videos. The last hot chocolate sachet, and you can't even buy them online either. Farewell, my friend. I look like my face is melting. Dom just got back from work. It's actually really late now. They had a meeting, and then they had to stay in that, and he wants to get a takeaway. I was gonna do chicken Kiev because I could live off chicken Kievs. When I lived in Birmingham by myself, I just lived off chicken Kievs, but he doesn't want that. So we're gonna get a takeaway, and I'm gonna get this mess off my face. I love this far from mirror because it makes me feel like backstage at a theatre, show tunes. Like, it's so theatrical, and it's just a far from mirror. It's also huge as well. I really like it. Makes me feel like a star whilst I'm brushing my little teeth. So I'm gonna put on a charcoal peel off face mask. Not quite sure what's that on her eye. What is that on her eyes? Actually, what is that? It looks like fairy cake, cupcake, you know, casings. What is that? Not quite sure what that is on the eyes, but I'm gonna put this on my face. So I'm putting this on my face. I got this from Wilkinson's, and it's actually really good face mask, and it was really cheap as well, which is always what I'm looking for it to be cheap, to be honest. I'm gonna wash my hands because I just bleached the sink and then put the container on the sink, so I don't want to bleach my eyes here. Let's show you. So it's like that, and then you just rub it all over your face, you leave it for 15 minutes and it sets on your face, and then you just peel it off as if you were peeling off your own skin, shedding your skin like a snake, you know, snakes like me, and I really love it. He got a honest burger there, enjoying it? Yeah. Top marks, top marks. And I got some chips here, which I'm gonna have some hummus with. We are watching The Bay. Has anyone seen The Bay? I feel like it's just going on and on. It's a ITV drama, but it's about two missing twins. They're kind of teenagers. We're on series 1, episode 6, and it's just going on and on. It's never ending. It's a never ending story, The Bay. Has anyone seen it? Just finished The Bay. What's your opinions on it?
What a waste of time.
What a waste of time. 6 episodes, could have literally been 2. That was absolutely... We've wasted our lives. We've wasted 6 hours of our lives for that.
6 weeks.
6 weeks! 6 don't! Every week watching it, 1 episode a week. What a waste of time that's been. We're just in bed watching I Fell for a Psychopath, which is when women just meet these like mad men who lie about them and lead double lives and everything. What's that you've just come back with in your hand? In the bed? What is it?
Sandwich.
A sandwich? At 1 AM? This is what I have to live with. Sandwiches at 1 AM. Oh, I want one, but I can't. There's the other side of the sandwich. I'm not going to have a sandwich. I'm trying to be healthy. I don't need a snack. Look at him, just eating it in front of me. He knows I'm trying to be healthy. It's just eating a sandwich in bed. Oh my god, a chicken sandwich. Good morning from me, the feral beast. Now I'm hopefully looking a little less feral. I washed my hair last night and I have naturally curly hair, so laying on wet hair I just look like Hagrid in the morning. I have decided to straighten my hair today and I've done my makeup. I'm also wearing a million necklaces. I have this little porcelain cheetah one, which my mum got me, which is absolutely stunning. I have this 4-leaf clover. I have a fairy pendant, because when I was a child I used to collect fairy stuff. My boyfriend got me this from Cheddar Gorge. And then I got myself this Tudor rose pendant, because I'm all about the Tudor life, you know me. None of this is real gold. It's all just copper that like is made to look like gold. But I feel like if you don't get it wet, it's fine. Water is kryptonite for this kind of jewellery, but if you don't get it wet, you store it nicely, I feel like it's fine. It's just as good as gold in my little opinion. Anyway, I have got to do some work this morning and then I'm going out with my friend Rachel. If you wonder what I do for a living, I sell stuff on eBay now. So whether it be like books, rare books, or job lots of jewellery, I sell different stuff on eBay. I really want to start selling more on my Etsy. I'll link my Etsy down below. I sell kind of vintage books on there. But I've started making these, but you have to let me know if you'd be interested in them. Be honest, they are knitted bookmarks and I just love them, and I did little tassels on them and they are just knitted bookmarks and I think they're really sweet. I use them myself, so tell me if you're interested in that. I'm currently making one that's like a different colour, which is really nice. So yeah, I want to put some of that on my Etsy, finish some of that off, and then I'm meeting up with my friend Rachel. We're going to Dreadnought Books, which is a bookshop that we always go to. It's like a second-hand bookshop in Bristol, and we always go there together, and then we always go to Bristol Cathedral because they have a cafe out the back, which isn't very well advertised. If you wouldn't really know it's there. If you go in, there's kind of like this side passage that you think just leads to the toilet, but it leads to this cafe, and then you go out the back of the cafe and it's this old beautiful graveyard garden that you can sit and like eat in. It's really nice. So me and Rachel are going to do that. I actually met Rachel off Instagram and we were talking. She'd seen my YouTube channel and she has a really great bookstagram on Instagram, so we started chatting and she lives in Bristol and now we're really good friends. So yeah, I've got to do a little bit of work first. I just have a hot chocolate and we're in the graveyard garden. Graveyard, like cathedral graveyard garden. There's Rachel's arm there. We are still here. We've got a shortbread, what is it, like caramel shortbread chocolate thing?
Millionaire shortbread.
Millionaire shortbread and more drinks. And the cathedral there. There's some nice carnations. Pink carnations. This is the cathedral graveyardy place that me and Rachel go to. It's really nice. We're not quite sure what this is. Maybe it's a heart. Little blossom red carpet, and then we were just eating down there. There's loads of people here as well. I have just got back in from seeing Rachel. I showed you we just had so many cups of coffee at the like cathedral garden bit. The garden is beautiful. It's not very well advertised, but as I showed you, it's so stunning. And we just kept being like, should we get another drink? Should we get another drink? Because we just chat so much and just laugh, and it's just lovely to see her. I also got a book from Dreadnought Books. She got loads of books and she got a really nice edition of A Clockwork Orange, but I've already read it. But I got this book, which is E.M. Forster's Where Angels Fear to Tread. This will be my third 4-star. I've read Passage to India, loved it. A Room with a View, adored it. So hopefully I like this as well. So I didn't realise how short this book was because people rave about it. So I got that book. We then had this like shortbread thing, which wasn't very nice. I wouldn't really recommend it. We were both like biting it like, it's so hard on our teeth. Look at the concentration of that. He's doing some work. Also, look how cluttered our living room looks. This is a outside bench that we actually painted and put here, but we don't really have anywhere to put it. Then I also have my plants here, my boyfriend here. There he is, crouching down. Why don't you like to sit on chairs? You never sit on chairs. You will either sit on the floor or just crouch.
Treated like an animal.
Treated like an animal. It's like a little cat. My little pet cat. Good morning, everybody. That was my boyfriend just sneezing. I didn't film anything yesterday because I was just working, so it would have been boring for you. But today I'm going to 2 flea markets in Bristol. They're walking distance, so we're going to trot over to them. And then this afternoon we're going to a free music festival. It's in the foyer of a music venue. It's free, guys. You're not allowed in the actual venue, but the foyer's fine. And I'm guessing it's a teaser for stuff they're going to have coming up in the summer at the music venue. So we are going to go now because go now, get my flea on. I'm a bit panicky that they're not going to be there because it's a little bit drizzly. This is where it's supposed to be, just this underpass, and there's like the road there, but there's no one here, so I'm guessing it's been cancelled because it is raining. So it's like we're going into hell at the moment, but it is supposed to be all along either side here, but cancelled because of the rain. Very sad times. We are back in the flat now. We went to 2 flea markets. Both of them were rained off, weren't they? It was ridiculous. We then got caught up a little bit in this climate change protest, didn't we, that was happening in like the centre of Bristol that we didn't know was happening. And then we went to the music festival. Did you like the music festival?
Yeah, the last bands were good, so we saw.
Yeah, we saw a few bands, but they had like different rooms with different music playing, but there was a lot of people. It was very busy, so you couldn't really see the stage. You had to stand on the steps and stuff. But I thought it was good. I've never been to, it was in Colston Hall and I've never been there. I enjoyed it. And then where did we go after that?
We went to the Griffin after for a little bit.
I didn't film in there, but we went to this heavy metal pub. Did you enjoy it?
I did, yeah.
The noise of it. It had heavy metal playing in the bar, and Dom really likes heavy metal, so that's why we went to it. And I found it for you, didn't I? Because there's not a lot of heavy metal places, so I found it for him. So we went there, but then they also had upstairs a heavy metal band playing live, but just practicing, so you couldn't go and watch them. They were obviously doing some kind of sound check, and it was like competing music the whole time. We are now back home. It's 9 o'clock, and we are going to watch Fear Thy Neighbour. Excited?
Yeah, of course.
Of course. True crime, of course.
Yeah, true crime marathon.
Yeah, there is actually a marathon, so get ready. It's midday. I haven't filmed anything because today is really boring. We're cleaning. Basically, I've just cleaned the kitchen. I've cleaned the bathroom. Dom's cleaning the bedroom, and then the front room, as you can see, is like just stuff out everywhere. I think it's because we got stuff out in every room and we were like, everything's got to have a home, we're going to put everything in a different section, but then we don't have the storage to give everything a home, so everything's just out in every room, just out in our faces all the time. So today we are going to try and give everything a home. There's not a lot of storage in our flat, so that is the problem. I'll do a little before and after of the rooms for you. We are now going into the kitchen. This stuff needs to be put away straight away, but the washing machine's on. Got to clean that. I cleaned all the sides down, so this is all clean. And then I have to hoover in here, do the washing, put all that away. So there's the before of the kitchen. This absolute mess of a living room. Mess, mess, mess. Cables everywhere, mess everywhere, So there's the before. Dom is now hoovering the kitchen, if that's what you can hear. But this is the bedroom. Oh, such a mess. We got everything out that didn't have a home. This is clean. This is like my makeup stuff, but it looks really untidy. I've got this little tray, and then I have got a plastic thing holding everything in, but together it just looks really untidy. And these fairy lights I want to put around the ceiling, so I actually want to connect them around the ceiling, but I never got around to doing it, so I just kind of hooked them like that. The wardrobe has become like a dumping ground for anything, so we need to sift through that stuff. Then the bathroom is done because I did the bathroom. I cleaned it. Look at that shine. I cleaned it, and Dom's done some kind of organisation, some kind of pyramids with the toilet roll he's done here. So the bathroom is done. Little rack's done. It is just now. That's my childhood bed. If you can hear, there's like people screaming outside. I don't know why. And the bed is just a sea of clutter at the moment. I'm putting the fairy lights up now, so I've plugged it into the socket. I've tied up some of this that doesn't have any lights on it, so I'm going to put in the corner there. And then I've just put a nail up the top there. Got my trusted little step ladder, and hopefully this all works and the pins stay in. Ta-da! Goes all the way out the wall there, and then all the way along, and I just nailed little nails in to hold it at different places. And then I thought it would stop here, but it just keeps going, so I don't really know what to do with this now. I think I might nail that up to the corner and then let it just hang down that corner instead of it just stopping halfway. So that's what I'm doing now. I am done. This is what it looks like without the lights on. Not the most attractive, but it's on the ceiling so you can't really see. And then just down my side of the bed, I nailed it to the wall here so it would stay. And now I will show you. I will flip the switch. Ta-da! These are our Christmas lights, if you couldn't tell. I just thought they'd kind of jazz up the room a little bit instead of just putting them in storage all year round. Might as well make use of them. Thank you, motorbike there. Ooh, I really like them down the side of the wall. I think they're really nice like that as well. I'm very pleased with my little DIY job. Looks very nice, very festive. Festive in April. I have had a vision for our living room. So this wall just looks really bizarre. I've just got things hanging there, and I have pictures, but they're all a bit higgledy-piggledy. So I've decided that I'm going to take everything down from it and put Dom's guitars on it, because Dom has, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, loads of guitars about the place. So I might make this a guitar wall. Hopefully it works. I did it. I put the guitars up on the walls. So the guitars go all the way around here, and then there's some guitars there, which I'm going to like put one there and one here. But we haven't got anything to tie them up with yet. But I think they look really nice up on the wall, and the bench is back where it should be. Everything's back in its little space. Everything's tidy. It looks actually really nice in here. It looks a bit, though, like a guitar shop. It is the afternoon, and all day I was thinking, isn't there something I'm supposed to be doing? Like, isn't there something I'm doing? Filming my week. I completely forgot. It is now the afternoon. I just did some work. I just dashed out, got some coat hangers, because I want to reorganise my wardrobe, so I had to get coat hangers. A boring errand, to be honest. Oh my God, something just like flew out the window. There is a massive argument happening outside my flat window. I'm like, I thought something flew into the bush outside, but I think it's just someone like flapping their hand like that, doing all these movements, but I can't tell what they're doing. I can just tell it's like that between a woman and a man. So move away from my arguing neighbours for a second. I am doing some cooking for dinner. I'll show you what I'm doing. Also, can I just say, clean sides after our cleaning activities yesterday. I have some cauliflower here because I'm going to do cauliflower cheese. I have some potatoes boiling because I'm going to do mashed potatoes. Always put in an egg. When you're doing mashed potato, when you're mashing it, just crack an egg into it. I know it sounds mad, but it makes the best mash. I then have some broccoli, and then we're having these like salmon parcels with it. Parcels. I'm going to make my cauliflower cheese now, and I thought I would show you how I make my cauliflower cheese quickly. Also, if you can hear like a whirling, that is my washing machine. So here is my cheese. I cut off about what you would call like a stick. Like, you know, you have like a stick of butter. About that much cheese I cut off, and then I grate it. So now I've grated the cheese. I've also taken the cauliflower out of the pan, and I've put it in my pan that I'm going to cook it in. I like to do mine to mushy, but this whole like recipe, you can just do it however you want. So I do it till it's all like mushy together. And then I use this same pan, and I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of this butter into the pan. You're then going to melt the butter, as I am now, and put in some plain flour. It has to be plain flour. And just enough that it's going to soak up all the butter. So it should get into kind of a thick consistency. Can you see how it is? Kind of like a bit of a clump I like to get it into. But make sure it's all soaked up. So put in a little bit more flour actually to soak mine up a bit more. Just a bit though. I don't want too much. And then you're going to gently add the milk. And I think this is called making a roux. So you add the milk. So you might do this for something like mac and cheese. It's the only thing that I can think that you would do it. I've never actually made mac and cheese. Is this how you make mac and cheese? I always think it is, but I don't know. So then you add in a bit of milk and you wait for it to kind of thicken up. You then want to add in some of your cheese. And you keep mixing it until it's all a nice thick consistency. It might also look lumpy, but obviously the cheese has got to melt. So then when the cheese melts, it's going to become a lot smoother. You can already see it's becoming a lot smoother. So don't panic. Don't be like, oh my god, it's clumpy, because it will all melt together. There, you can already see it's becoming smoother. So as it's like thickening up, then add in some more milk. I have 200 millilitres of milk. You can change this recipe as much as you want, because this is my own recipe. Because I tried following one and it just came out all like wrong. It came out too like wet and everything, so I just kind of do it by eye. There we go. And then we're going to add some more cheese, and I won't bore you. I'll keep doing this and then I'll show you when it's all nice and thick. And here it is. Here is my lovely sauce. I'm going to let it thicken up a little bit, so I'm just going to take the heat off it, and then it should thicken up a little bit. I love cooking so much, and I feel like so many people have rules for cooking when really just like do whatever you want. On that point, I feel like in the UK we have a lot of male celebrity chefs who are really kind of pressure about cooking. They're like, make the perfect creme brulee, and you're like, I don't have a blowtorch. This is the perfect souffle. Never had one. Risotto should be done this much. The grain of rice. And it's like, just cook what you enjoy. I feel like UK TV with like cooking makes some people who aren't very confident with cooking think that they can't cook, because you have these like male chefs who are incredibly aggressive about food. They'll be like cutting up an onion and be like, duh! And it's like, calm, sweetheart. Just enjoy cooking. And that's what I enjoy. Also, my washing machine just kicked in like a little bit like background singers, like da 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 da, cook cook. The secret ingredient to my cauliflower cheese is pepper. This is my cat pepper here that I love, and I just sprinkle loads of ground pepper in there, and it just gives it a nice little taste. So just sprinkle it in, mix it, and then now we can pour it. Dun dun da dun. Just pour it equally over. That's it. And then just use a spoon to get it over all the other bits. And then you can grate some cheese on top as well if you want. Like a little bit of a cheese melt on top. I'm now just hanging up my clothes with the coat hangers I got earlier. So I got them from Wilkinson's, and they're these ones. Hang loose wooden coat hangers, because I thought it would be nice to get wooden ones instead of plastic ones. Got loads of things to hang up. This is one packet. You'd get 5 in a packet. And I've just used one packet like so quickly, so I probably should have got another packet. But my clothes look like something from a clown. Like looking at them now, like bit of cheetah, bit of pink. It looks like that of a clown's wardrobe. It looks, oh, I love this jumper. It's like so soft, but it does look a bit mad. Ta-da! Here's what they look like in the wardrobe. I think they look really nice. Much better than the like plastic ones, because they kind of space themselves out better as well, because they're thicker. I really like them. It's just a clown's wardrobe though. This is like looking in a fancy dress cupboard right now. Dinner update. Can I just say, this was not what it was advertised. So it said salmon parcels on the packet, and then it had like a picture of they looked like 2 cuts up bits of salmon in pastry. This is what it is. It's a salmon log. I've cooked it now, it is done, but it's a massive log of like salmon in like cream and dill. It's going to be delicious, but it's absolutely huge. So I think I'm going to halve it and put some in the fridge for tomorrow, and then we can have some tonight. Like, bigger than my hand. That's ridiculous. Is it just B though? Or if something's advertised as like salmon parcels, you think there's going to be 2 or 4 of them. You don't expect it to be one big salmon log parcel. Maybe it's just me, but I was quite shocked when I got back. I was like, ah! And then I tried to cut it in half whilst it was still frozen, because then I could freeze one half, cook the other, you know, freeze it for another day. Fabulous. Couldn't cut through it because of course it was frozen. Dom is now home. Da 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 da. Ah! Dinner is nearly ready, and I picked out a film that I really think you're gonna like. I don't know if I'll necessarily like it, but I think it's gonna be very much your thing. It's called Lords of Chaos. It came out in 2018. It's a horror thriller, and it is all to do with the real life early 1990s Norwegian black metal scene.
Oh, that sounds good.
Sound interesting? It is told from the perspective of Mayhem, the heavy metal band. Do you know that band? Oh, he knows it. Co-founder Euronymous. It's told from his perspective. And Euronymous in real life, when he was 25, he was actually killed by another musician. And it talks about the Norwegian black metal scene, where there was 2 murders, there was 1 suicide, and a wave of church bombings. Real life in Norway. Sound interesting?
Yeah.
He said yeah. Welcome back to Hannah's Kitchen. Ooh, that could be a little series. This is the salmon log. It's massive. So there's the salmon log there, looking very nice. I then have here my mashed potato. So I have just mashed it all. I'm just going to put some pepper from the pepper cat and salt from the salt cat. Yep, it's a matching set. And then I'm going to I'm going to add the egg. Okay, here we go. Here's my egg. And you just crack a raw egg in, completely raw. You then, as you will see, when the mashed potato is still hot, you want to break the yolk, and then you just want to mix it all up together so the egg kind of binds it and makes it really silky. And this is what it should look like when the egg is mixed in. Oh my god, it is delightful, gorgeous. It's so like soft. I love it. And I don't add any like milk or butter to it because I find the egg makes it creamy enough by itself. So we're now gonna hoof all this down. Oh, I'll show you the cauliflower cheese. Here is my cauliflower cheese bubbling away here. I've got a fan oven, so I put it on 200 for 20 minutes and it came out like this, bubbling away. Love it. I thought I would actually cut into the salmon thing so you can see what it actually looks like on the inside, because it's supposed to be creamy. So I'll cut in to show you. That's the oven going off. One sec. Done. Perfect timing. Oh, so it's got like a layer of kind of cream up top, but not too much, just like a nice bit. And then salmon all wrapped in pastry. Delicious. We are now watching Lords of Chaos.
This is where I
We have just finished watching Lords of Chaos. We both said it was an okay film. The true crime elements are really interesting. I actually looked up the true crime as we were watching the film and I was like, I can't believe this actually happened. That these kids who were into heavy metal just took it to such an extreme level till actual murder. And then one of them murdered another one, and an innocent man died, and they started burning all these churches, and it all just kind of got very out of control. I felt the film was incredibly biased to one of the characters who he was killed. So obviously he can't speak for himself because he was murdered. So I feel like the film was kind of showing him in a better light than everyone else because he was tragically murdered. But I don't think he was as innocent as the film was actually making out. It was an okay film. It was a bit vulgar for the sake of being vulgar. I'd be much more interested in the real life case instead of all these like slow motion scenes or something that actually happened. It just felt a little bit too like dramatized when the story itself is wild enough, so they didn't really need to add other things within it. It was an alright film. Good morning. I actually look like I'm feral today. This is my natural hair. It's just a bit much. Anyway, today we are going to Bath because it's only half an hour away from Bristol. We're going to go to a flea market there. I'm obsessed with flea markets, but then also just look around Bath because apparently it's really nice there. I went there once, but I was a very young child at the time. Oh, I'll show you what music we'll be playing. It'll be Jessie J's Christmas album, or I have a Whitney Houston, a Billie Holiday, or Dom's selections, which No. We are listening to Dom's music today. That's either like Pantera, Metallica or Cypress Hill. There's Cypress Hill there. I'll give you, this is what Cypress Hill is. Get yourselves prepared for this. This is what we'll be listening to for half an hour. We are back from Bath. I now have to go to the post office and kind of run some errands, but I'm going to take you the long way round so I can show you this house that has the most beautiful wisteria. It's like something out of a Louise M. Alcott novel. It's this house and it's got this wisteria on it, and there's wisteria on this like fencing. It's stunning. So I am going to walk the long way just so I can film it, just because you can see it, because it is honestly so, so beautiful. Here it is. It's like blue on the outside. And then it has wisteria. I'll zoom you in a bit so you can see. So nice. I want to live there. Look at it. So nice. There you can see. We are back in the car. I hope you enjoyed that little wisteria tour of Bristol. Dom's phone has actually just stopped working, so we're in the car. We're going to drive around, try and find somewhere open so he can get a new phone, and we're actually going to go to Winterbourne. We weren't going to go, but there's like this special little fair on, and you probably know from this video we like to pack everything into our weekends. So this is what we're going to be listening to on the way to Winterbourne. Apparently it's like a May fair with stalls and a little carnival, so it should be good, and we'll only go if we can get Dom a phone, obviously. But this is what I'm listening to. It's a 2-disc CD. It's got a live edition and the Ultimate Collection. Whitney. I look like a toe today. I look just like a toe, like a toe. My little song for you there, little serenade. I haven't spoken to you in I think 2 days now. Last time we spoke, I was at the Morris dancing thing. Wow, what a surprise. I was cramming as much as I could into the weekend, and then we turned up at this small village and there were some stalls, and I love a little bit of bric-a-brac, so I was like roaching through, and then these people started Morris dancing, which if you don't know what that is, I'm not quite sure what it is, and it's like a UK thing. They just wear ribbon and they like bats, and it's actually very skilled, because if you look at their feet, like I'd be all over the place. I'd be tripping over my own feet. They're all very light-footed. It was really fantastic. So all of a sudden this started and I was just like, oh my god, it's so weird, I love it. So I watched the Morris dancers. I'll show you what I got actually, because I don't think I'll show you. I got this for 50p. Bring it into the light so you can see it. It's like a hanging old-fashioned vintage decoration. Oh! I mean, if you saw my Belfast vlog, fascinator. Hi. It smells a bit mangy. I might have to Febreze it, but it's one that you just hang, and I thought it was really nice, and it was 50p, so I thought why not. All the stalls were charity stalls, so that's why I got some stuff. Dom got like his body weight in cakes. He got like homemade donuts and cinnamon swirls, loads of stuff. I don't know what happened. And then I got this pot, which was 50p. Just this like porcelain lovely pot. I really like it. I like anything a bit tacky, as you know, so I adored that. And then there was this stall full of plants, and this lady was like, oh, you'll need like a plant to go with that, and I was like, okay. I love indoor plants, so she gave me This plant, well, she didn't give it to me, I bought it. It was 50p again, which I thought was very cheap. And it is, I will tell you the name, it is called, oh, house plant, just house plant. I mean, so here is the plant with no name. Fits really nicely, I think, in this. I really got this to put a little baby spider plant in, because I'm trying to sort out my spider plant. I'll show you that. Look at all these cables. Why does he do this? Dom will have this like extension lead, and then he'll have millions of different cables coming out of it, and just leave it like just like that. Just thanks. Anyway, my spider plant has come completely out of control. As you can see, I've got all this that I want to take off and make into tiny little spider babies. I have a spider baby up here, which is this one here, which is doing really well, which was just like a tiny little one I took off. So I did want the pot to have a spider baby in, but I have to just get another pot. But look at all that. That can be made into different plants. We have another stem, another stem. Also, the vine's doing really well. I mean, the vine's a bit out of control. I got this big extension pole, and as you can see, it's getting a bit out of control, but I love it. I want it to go right up to the ceiling. My ivy's really doing well as well. I love a bit of ivy. Nice and long. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put her into this metal bar a little bit more, so she's a bit more contained, because they are serial killers. They have to be watched. Can you hear the rain? It's spring and it's thunder and lightning. Welcome to an English spring! Anyway, I'm going to end this video here. It's been a bit longer than a week, I think. I've just kept on filming and filming. I am going to put this video up and then I'm going to start filming another weekly. But do let me know in the comments if you're interested in seeing more of these vlog style videos. Obviously, I'll still be doing book reviews. Like, this is a book reviewing channel. But I quite like filming my week because it's nice to look back on stuff, you know, when you like forget what you did. Like with the Morris dancers, I probably would have forgotten about that if I hadn't have caught it on film, and it's like, oh, I've got that like memory forever now. So let me know if you want another one of these. I'm gonna start filming one anyway, so you're gonna get one anyway. But do let me know. And I will see you again soon for another, oh my god, do you see that flash of lightning? For another video, bye.